take it as you believe that the problems or the state of PBC at the moment can be turned around for positive good.
Exactly so. You know, business is a going concern activity. PBC didn't just come to this at a go. PBC in the early days, since inception, was a very vibrant business that gave a lot of direct and indirect jobs to the Ghanaian economy. I think it recorded close to 35,000 direct and indirect jobs that it gave to Ghanaian economy. PBC went through a lot of stages, success stages, and went to the stock market. This was all as a result of the human factor. Leadership took PBC to that level. Not until 2017 till date that we are seeing PBC going down on its knees to its current, abysmal situation of business.
I see.
I think PBC was doing very great.
What is the depth of that abysmal and current state PBC finds itself in?
Right here, I would be very straightforward. Figures that I'm going to give you are speculative figures. Because as it stands, I have not been given any handing over note by my predecessors. I only have information from the handing over of 2016-2017 to the then MPP administration, which I have had some level of information to, that I can talk with some realistic figures.
So what you're telling me is that your information as to the current state of PBC is limited to 2016?
Exactly, that is realistic in terms of realistic figures that I can vouch for. But speculations, because I have not been given a handing over note to authenticate what I would say. Otherwise, I want to be on the speculative figures that I have sourced from data and other journals that I have to my advantage.
I'm happy you brought up the issue of data, because then I was going to ask you if PBC isn't audited. It is audited, isn't it?
It's audited.
So then whatever numbers you share with us today will be audited figures, but not what has been put in a report to you.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
From 2023 to date, there have not been any audit report.
From 2020 what?
3.
Okay.
To date, no audit report for PBC.
Is there a reason for that?
They were not in business. That's what they assumed. They were not in business. But if you were not in business, going concern as a business, you need to audit whatever is available. Yes. If even it is your liabilities, you need to know what status they are. We can't say PBC do not have assets. We have them, of course. So at least going concern and prudency calls for at least an audit of their books to ascertain the level at which the business is.
Right. So, if the president called you today and asked you, where is PBC today? What is the current state of PBC today? What would be your response to the president?
Yes, I will give Mr. President the response that PBC is on its knees. Though we have not gotten authenticated figures, but looking at the environment itself that it operates, it's on its knees. Coupled with the information that is at hand, that is going to the website to draw information, we find out that PBC is not less than a 670 thereabout debt profile. This could be profile.
Million or billion or?
Million.
Okay.
Profiling this debt, we have the commercial ones. That is what the lendings that they have taken from banks. That is close to about 230-something million.
Right.
And other domestic debts, coupled with salaries that they claim is in arrears. So it's not in its good state. But I must be very clear here that for me, where I sit down, I think PBC can be revamped and made more profitable. If you ask me, just in the introduction, I told you clearly that the human factor plays a lot when it comes to managing an entity. One, your leadership style. It counts. What visions you hold for your business, it also counts. Your strategy, it counts. Good. PBC in its early days was led by human beings, giving it a growth, even taking it to the stock market. Then PBC from 2017 to its collapse, again was led by human beings, bringing it to its news. So obviously, Kameni, you should see that there's a human factor that is played in here well, in terms of management.
Which means that for you, PBC has had bad managers.
Of course, especially from 2017 to date.
Why is your focus on 2017 to date when you don't even have the data?
Let me tell you something. I have the data for 2016, 2017, which is the handing over note that was given to my predecessors. And you can see that PBC was running on a market share of 30.8%. Then after 2017 to 2021, PBC started crawling, going to 8% market share. Obviously, if you don't have a market share, how vibrant will your business be?
What would you say your market share is today?
0.
Which means that PBC is not playing at all.
Never, for now.